Um, I thought we was really sharp today. Flew around. This was really the first day with swap scouts. We, the down the line defensive guys, give the offensive look. The down the line offensive guys give the defensive look. And I thought we were better organized than we've ever been around here, and getting those switches. A lot of that has to do with our guys understanding how we practice. So there was a lot of crisp routes, crisp passes caught. The guys were competing on defense. So pleased with today on our first day of preparation for Louisville.
How's Max looked and the team responded to him since you guys sort of made it official that he's
comfortable?
your guy?
You know how that goes once it's announced that the starting guy feels a little bit more comfortable. The guys feel a little bit more comfortable with him. You're able to lead a little bit better. He's a little bit more vocal because now he knows it's his. I guess the guys around him have responded the same way that he has.
Will you handle the reps for the backups any differently since you're still trying to figure out who's third?
It'll be a little different. I mean, Morgan doesn't require as many reps, although he still needs reps. Doesn't require as many. Although today we gave him most of the twos, so we get the 3 and the 4 guys down with the scout teams, because we felt like they would get a lot more reps down there today. In the scrimmage on Saturday, which will be a mock scrimmage, we'll give those guys a little bit more than they had today.
Joker, you've talked about your older receivers and then your true freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
What about guys, redshirt guys like Buki and Rashad Cunningham, some of those guys? How have they progressed in camp? Are they going to be able to help you early on?
I don't know about early on, but I think they'll help us before the season's over. They both could definitely help in the special teams area, which I think that's where they have to make their niche early. But those other 2 freshmen, special guys. Those guys, Buki's still making the transition. You can remember, he missed the whole spring. So he's still making the transition, and those guys have been playing. Again, we are getting guys who've played the position for a long time. Before we had to recruit an athlete and teach them the position. Those guys understand the position. They've been playing it for a long time, so they're a little bit ahead of some of the redshirt guys even. Daryl's one of those redshirt guys that have played both quarterback and receiver, so he understands it a little bit better than the 2 guys who hadn't played it as much. So, they have a role. The role will be at special teams early.
What about Daryl? Has he progressed, coming off injury and whatnot?
Physically, he's definitely fine. We've got to just continue to grow him mentally in the position. He's not a guy that can move around and play a lot of different positions at the wide receiver position, but he can definitely help us from the inside receiver position.
Where are you with your tight ends, and what do you want from them this season? Maybe?
Well, I mean, we'd like to get our tight end involved a little bit more. You can remember I said Jacob Campbell would be our lead receiver one year. Okay, it came back to hunt me. Okay, but I would have taken Stevie Johnson occasionally for 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns. Right? That's how it works. You take away the inside, there's got to be some stuff down the field. And then Jacob still caught 50-something balls, but Stevie Johnson was a guy, and Dickey became a threat also. So we'd like to get our tight ends involved a little bit more. Again, we've got to start with the underneath stuff and then trying to go up over the top of it.
You have such a running game at this point.
Our running game, well, again, Saturday we put together a 98-yard drive, and there was only 2 passes in the whole drive. Randy said it was 4, it was 2 passes. So that's a tribute to our running game and the guys how well they did up front. Again, we've got to play a lot more defensive linemen. And at that point, we decided to go with just those 3 defensive linemen, let them ride it out, play 12 plays, or 14 plays. It's hard for anybody to play up front, especially 14 plays. But we decided to leave those guys in. Let's work on the conditioning. But if we were in a game-like situation, we would have rotated the defensive linemen to try to keep them fresh. So, but our running game has a chance to be efficient for us, which is important. You have to be able to run the ball. We saw that in our last game that we played. You have to be efficient in running the ball. You got to stop the run, which is the bottom line, and how you win games.
Coach Sheik back out there today?
Said again,
Coach
Kashik,
Sheik
he did
practiced
practice. You know, one thing about Kashik, he's a tough competitor. He is a tough guy. He's a quick healer also. He's always been one of those. And there's you know, some people are, some people aren't. And Kashik's one of those really quick healers. I've been using this out here. You know, we showed our kids Curtis Martin's acceptance speech. And Curtis Martin, one of his things he said was, Parcells told him, you don't want to come out of the huddle, but you don't want to know, you never know who's going in the huddle. So Sheik knows. I mean, we got some talent at the running back position. When he came out for 2 days, he sees those guys in there getting those quality reps and doing some special things. You have no choice but to heal quick.
Is he still getting the first carries in that group?
He is. He is. I mean, he deserves to be the starter. The way he finished last spring, he's pound for pound. He's probably the strongest guy on our football team. He works as hard as anybody. He deserves to be the starting running back.
Joe, you said
plus his knowledge of our offense too. He probably has as good knowledge of than anybody on our football team.
Any other significant injuries that have happened in the last couple days?
No. We've been telling the group today. We've been as healthy as we don't see walking wounded around here. You don't see a lot of boots. You don't see a lot of, especially this time of year. We saw some boots last week, but all those guys are out of boots and starting to come back. We don't see a lot of red jerseys other than the quarterback. So we are as healthy as we've ever been.
You said this was your first day of preparing for Louisville. Where do you start with your game plan for them? What did you go over today? I mean, when you look at that video.
Well, you start with our base runs and base passes. Same thing on defense. You start with Louisville's base runs and their base passes, and you start expanding from there. In the special teams area, we started with our punt team and kickoff return. So we got a good start. We got a lot more preparation to go, obviously, but we got time. Okay, and that time is becoming shorter every day, but we do have time to keep expanding on the passage.
Folks, thank you very much.